from Television Hill, this is WJZ Breaking News.
We have just learned 2 people were killed in a house fire this morning in Catonsville. You are taking a live look at the scene right now along Denbright Road from Chopper 13. Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Baker. We are learning that a firefighter also suffered some minor injuries while battling this fire. WJZ Live at noon. Annie Rose Ramos is on the scene for us with the breaking details about what happened here. Annie Rose.
Nicole, this is the home that went up in flames at 7 a.m. this morning. We also understand, neighbors tell us, that a woman in her 90s has lived here for decades. Up until a few moments ago, she was in critical condition, and we also understand that she lived here with her son who cared for her. He is still unaccounted for, Nicole, but we know that from neighbors that he rarely left his mother's side. This is 1325 Denbright Road, going up in flames Friday morning. This video taken by neighbors.
It was just completely ablaze, and I couldn't really believe what I was seeing.
Neighbors in the neighborhood called 911 reporting the house behind me here on fire.
Jessica Baez saw the flames coming from next door and ran outside.
I came out thinking that, checking on the neighbor. I looked out, and that's when I saw the flames coming from the basement.
Moments later, firefighters were on the scene.
Upon their arrival, we had heavy fire conditions coming out of the front of the home, as well as the basement.
And the fire was quickly classified as a 2-alarm fire, drawing over 75 firefighters here to the scene. One firefighter sustained minor injuries trying to get into the house.
He was treated here on the scene by EMS.
But the Baez family grew more and more worried about their neighbors they feared were inside.
Our friend Pat, which is she's 90 years old or something like that, and her son Tim, and he watches over her. They're like family. I've known them since I moved in this house 18 years ago.
Fire officials say they have rescued one elderly woman from the home.
We have at least one critically injured elderly female.
And Nicole, to confirm, fire department here in the county has confirmed that tragically 2 lives were lost here at this home in this early morning fire. They say that this is a reminder as we head into the winter that it's so important to have working smoke and fire detectors in your home. We will be covering this story throughout the day, so stick with WJZ Live in Catonsville. I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
The day after Thanksgiving, Annie Rose, thank you. A city firefighter, meantime, recovering after being hurt fighting a house fire in southwest Baltimore. This one started in a vacant home along the 2700 block of Hollands Ferry Road yesterday afternoon. Officials say the firefighter fell from the first floor into the basement, but he's expected to be okay. The cause of the fire still under investigation. All right, let's talk coronavirus here in Maryland. Another 2,300 people testing positive in the past 24 hours, the 4th highest single-day total since this pandemic started. This comes as hospitalizations and the positivity rate dropped just slightly. Meantime, the outbreak among Ravens players has reportedly spread now to star quarterback Lamar Jackson. The growing number of positive cases is actually putting Sunday's game against Pittsburgh in jeopardy. NFL Network sources say that Jackson tested positive. Backup quarterback Robert Griffin would take over for Jackson if he can't play. He sent out prayers to Jackson on social media and says how the team is handling this outbreak is bigger than football. Meantime, Lamar Jackson not being officially added to the Ravens reserve COVID list. Defensive end Jihad Ward is the newest player to be added. The list now includes Pernell McPhee, Patrick McCarry, and Matt Skura, who were added on Wednesday. Now, earlier this week, Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, Mark Ingram, and J.K. Dobbins, they were also put on the list, which also includes members of the practice squad. The league says health risks determine the status of the game, not just the number of available players. The NFL is expected to announce the status of this game later today. Well, despite COVID's rising numbers, Marylanders are still heading out to catch those Black Friday deals. This was the scene this morning at Towson Town Center. You see folks lined up there. The National Retail Federation actually expects an increase in total holiday sales between 3.6 and 5.2%. Capacity limitations and social distancing, of course, will make those lines longer this year. Retail workers say the pandemic has made this Black Friday very different.
More phone calls than usual, which is really odd. They're trying to get a feel for what the atmosphere is like, so it's different, but it's kind of enjoyable for a slower pace this year.
So experts do expect the biggest discounts, of course, to be on electronics for Black Friday. And then after today, the big sector will be folks looking for home improvement and tools. All right, mild temps seem to be the trend right now, even though it's November. Taking a live look outside for you right now. Not as sunny as it was before or yesterday, Marty, but let's check in on the current conditions. A mild weekend.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about it. When you keep in mind the normal is in the very low 50s. Yesterday was a spoiler. That sunshine, 70 degrees. Hope everybody get some fresh air before the afternoon or evening nosh. Today, it's not that, I'm going to say hot, but it certainly is still mild. And if you want to go 10 degrees above normal is warm, I think by dictionary definition, you'd be correct. Though it is 43 in Oakland, Coastal Highway 62, 59 Baltimore, 57 Bel Air, 58 Annapolis, Westminster now at 53 degrees. These numbers are all going to be below, in some cases, well, Frederick, almost 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Annapolis, 7. Winds are very light in the area. We do have these clouds just kind of slowly meandering around the area. Radar shows absolutely nothing going on. When you look at the bigger picture, what you're going to be seeing is high pressure out to our west, just driving things along. And frankly, just these clouds just there it is right there. These clouds are just a bit of a function of it. I want to bring in meteorologist Meg McNamara right now. Meg, you got that high sitting out over the Ohio Valley. And it's just this one little cluster of clouds just kind of stuck over the area. Okay, so that's how we start the weekend. At least it's going to be mild. Take it away. What do you have for us? Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Marty. Happy Black Friday. So throughout the day today, as Marty just showed us, those clouds lingering. So the sunshine yesterday, gorgeous. Temperatures topped out at 70. Today, a different picture. Still mild, though. So we're going to make our way into the 60s, but likely topping out in the low 60s. Looking ahead to Saturday, a little bit brighter. So more of a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures topping out near 60, and then Sunday, even more sunshine and upper 50s. So really overall, not a bad weekend, and I think we actually will need the sunglasses once again on Saturday and Sunday. Perhaps not today, though. Of course, we'll have more coming up in the full forecast. For now, I'm meteorologist Meg McNamara sending things inside.
All right, no complaints, Meg and Marty. Thank you. Still to come for you on WJZ News at noon. Why some California residents dined in for Thanksgiving dinner despite a statewide ban. And President Trump says he will leave the White House if the Electoral College votes him out. But there is a caveat. That's next. Well, the city of Pasadena, California, allowed restaurants to stay open for dine-in services on Thanksgiving, even though it was banned by the surrounding county. The city council and its own health department made that decision to allow outdoor dining to continue, despite LA County Public Health eliminating that option for the rest of the county for the next 3 weeks. Many Pasadena restaurants, they did stay closed anyway, but the ones that were open, they were busy. Customers say they want to do everything they can to support those businesses. Meantime, the disagreement over restrictions spans the entire state of California. These protesters, they showed up to Governor Gavin Newsom's home last night near Sacramento. Last week, the governor issued a statewide curfew. He banned non-essential gatherings between 10 at night and 5 in the morning. President Trump says he will leave the White House if the Electoral College votes him out, but the catch is he still may not concede. The president spoke yesterday after a Thanksgiving call with troops overseas. He also repeated false claims of widespread election fraud, calling it rigged. Meantime, President-elect Joe Biden released a Thanksgiving greeting online earlier this week, calling for unity during the pandemic. He's expected to announce more cabinet members next week. Still to come for you on WJZ News at noon. More mild and warm temperatures, especially more than average. Marty is coming up to tell you your weekend forecast. He'll tell us how long the good weather will stick around. But first, a look at today's midday stocks. And of course, it is Purple Friday. We want to see how you're getting ready for that possible game on Sunday between the Ravens and the Steelers. Here's just a few people sharing their purple passion. Don't forget, use the hashtag V on WJZ. You can see your photos here. We'll be right back.
Hi there. I'm meteorologist Meg McNamara. Of course, we are getting you set for the rest of your Black Friday. If perhaps you're going to be out and about doing some socially distant shopping, or maybe you're going to be out and about trying to burn off some of those calories from yesterday. Either way, it does look like the clouds hanging with us, but a brighter future ahead, looking forward to the weekend. Marty Bass shows us what we can expect. Hi, Marty.
Well, Meg, I think the information you gave us at the top of the show really has to be our headlines, not the clouds. I mean, we're looking at temperatures, even though they're stair-stepping slowly and surely down, well above normal. The last weekend of November, last weekend in November. This time next week, we're into December. Let's say good afternoon. A longtime weather watcher, Willie Hill. Willie is looking at 55 degrees and just if any, a light breeze in his area. On TV Hill right now, we're looking at about, excuse me one second. We're looking at about 59 degrees, 60% humidity. Winds are calm, if any. Barometer is at 30.06. So your normal daytime high is, in the low 50s right now. So just gauge these numbers based on that. Low 50s, low mid-30s right now, your normal overnight low. 58 Catonsville, 58 Dundalk, 58 degrees Glen Burnie, 57 Columbia, 55 Jarrettsville, 57 Aberdeen, 56 Elkton. College Park right now, 58, the mid-50s, upper 50s, Kent Island and St. Michael's. So we did have a wind shift yesterday afternoon. Yesterday, my car thermometer said 70. Today we'll talk the low 60s. And here's that little band of clouds I've been talking about that's just slowly meandering over the area. It'll get stuff out here. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the high-resolution futurecast and see what it's saying at this time. Generally thinking 4:30, 5 o'clock or so, clouds really start breaking up. We'll have a pretty clear overnight and a very calm and relatively sunny Saturday and Sunday. The big weather story, to be honest about it, is not the weekend. It's going to be Monday with some potential severe weather diving our way out of the northwest. Don't pay too much attention to that warm front at all. What you want to watch is this cold air coming in behind this high. Now, there's also an area of low pressure going to ride up from the south with a ton of Gulf moisture. It's going to be compressed into the area. It's dragging warm air here. We'll get into low, maybe mid-60s on Monday early. Then Monday afternoon, this cold front, bang, comes pounding into it. And we could have summer-like severe weather in the area. Trenching downpours, thunderstorms, and maybe even more coming our way as we get into Monday afternoon. 62 your high this day. Overnight tonight, we'll keep it mild with a low of 44 degrees. Nicole, take it away.
All right, Marty, thank you. Coming up later today on WJZ News at 5, we're continuing to follow that breaking news we brought you at the top of the hour. 2 people killed in this house fire in Catonsville. We'll have the very latest on the investigation. Meantime, it is Black Friday. Shoppers are out, but so are the scammers. We'll show you how Facebook is working to keep you and your money safe. Join us for these stories and much more coming up new on WJZ News at 5. WJZ News at noon. We'll be right back.
Healthy MD is brought to you by LifeBridge Health. Care bravely.
In health news this noon, a tip for building relationships and some new research on kids and COVID. A new Canadian study finds that more than 1/3 of children who tested positive for COVID did not have any symptoms. Those who did typically had loss of taste or smell, nausea or vomiting, headache, and fever as well. Meantime, some new research could also offer hope to thousands of people suffering with one type of eye disease. Scientists in Dublin say they have a new gene therapy to treat DOA, or dominant optic atrophy. It's a disease which in severe cases may cause some people to go blind. And researchers at the University of Rochester, they say they have discovered what makes a happy couple and a happy family. They say the key may involve being flexible to both good and bad experiences. Some good advice. Stay with us. The 7-day forecast is coming up next.
Hi there, I'm meteorologist Meg McNamara. All eyes on the weekend, and you know what? It's not shaping up to be too bad at all. Want to show you that 7-day forecast. So temperatures today still mild, however, not quite the sunny and 70 that we had yesterday. So topping out in the low 60s. Tomorrow, making our way to 60, more sunshine, and then the most sunshine, that is on Sunday. You can see Monday is a different picture there with rain and storms ahead of a strong cold front that's going to knock us down. We're talking highs by Tuesday in the 40s, so just start to prepare yourself now. Marty, Nicole?
It's that seasonal feel.
I need to find my gloves. Is that what Meg is saying?
You don't need to find them. You need to start thinking where you may have left them.
Okay. Good to know.
Thank you, Meg.
Thanks, Meg. All right, don't forget to tune in to CBS tonight, 10 o'clock. It is Blue Bloods, followed by WJZ News at 11. Before we leave you, chocolate Santas are flying off the shelves in one candy store. The thing that draws so many to them, Marty, a face mask. Yes, this is in Frankfurt, Germany.
Great.
Candy maker Jesco Mann has been planning this since Easter. Apparently puts the mask on the Easter Bunny, and those were a hit. So now he's doing it with Santa. He's hoping to raise people's spirits during this difficult time. Germany announced that this week it will extend a partial lockdown for the foreseeable future.
You know, post-COVID, I think, are you going to get a Christmas Does your family do yearly Christmas ornaments?
Yes.
Will there be a COVID Christmas ornament?
There has to be now. A mask, a golden mask.
They'll become collector's items.
There you go. Happy Purple Friday. We'll see you back here at 4.